Yo, what's good? Welcome to trade recap for August 3rd, the first trading day of August. Honestly, I'm expecting a good week of price action. The war news is de-escalated as of now. We actually have some good news events. We actually only have news today and on Friday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday are completely blank. So I'm expecting some good movement, maybe to be a little slow, but a little bit more predictable possibly. So it's gonna be a good week. I'm ready for it. So let's get into this. First look for pre-market analysis. Did I say trade recap at the beginning? If I said trade recap, I meant pre-market analysis. All right, so we have this daily internal high that we're delivering to. Very strong high here. We've been looking at this for a while. We've generated liquidity under it. Tapping this gap and sending us lower into these other draws and liquidity. Yeah, I'm not really looking at anything over there. Okay, cool. I'll mark out previous day lows here on NASDAQ, but I doubt we're gonna interact with that today. We are already filling in this new week opening gap, which is good. Get that out of the way. There's also 4-hour internal low off of this gap right here. We traded off of this gap on Friday. So this low is definitely going to hold us. Mark out this 4-hour gap just to make sure if we tap into the daily, we're not going to want to just take the first manipulation lower. We're going to possibly want to wait for that to be remanipulated into the 4-hour gap for it to take out both draws and liquidity. And then of course we also still have this 4-hour LFVG. Try and speed through this for y'all. We have this 4-hour. That could be decent and definitely a very discounted zone. And then we have this 4-hour internal high at the top of the move that started this reversal. If we reach this high today, which I doubt we're going to move that far, this will definitely be a good level to at least target. But I definitely would expect some strong reactions off of this high. To the downside on ES, I mean, we have levels, but like they're just so unachievable. I'm just gonna mark that out just to have something there. Let's go to the 2-hour just to look, make sure there's not anything here that we're gonna be missing out on. There is this 2-hour right here. That's really all I'm worried about though there. This is a intermediate low. There's actually a lot of levels today. Usually I only mark out like maybe 4 levels. So we're actually having some good stuff. Nothing through there on the hourly that I'm interested in. Or to the downside. Yeah. So this 2-hour gap is kind of just noise to me, to be honest. I would be very cautious taking a trade off that because of these draws here. Also with these draws up here. This could definitely just be a pattern trade, in my opinion. Of course, if we pull out of it, create actual conditions level that we pull back into 5 or 15 minutes, that's a little bit different. But I'm going to be a little more cautious trading off this 2-hour. But of course, market's going to do its thing. Okay. Nothing through here on the 30-minute that I like at all. Same over here. Yeah. So really everything kind of stops on the 2-hour. It kind of gets a little noisy on the hourly here through this leg, just kind of in this range in general. I'm going to want to see us have an obvious direction break, preferably be to the upside. Honestly, if we can 10 o'clock close above this 2 hour gap, inversing it, have a 30-minute or something down here. I don't know what it would be exactly, but that would be a pretty preferable scenario before we take out this first high here to be able to catch a continuation higher into all these draws. That's definitely my most preferable trade idea for the day. There's a lot of things that can happen though. We could open and come lower, take out these draws, and then we have pretty obvious launch from there, in my opinion. If we come and reach these draws, we have this imbalance after that through this entire zone here. So price doesn't need to seek anything lower. This is definitely high resistance to me for the time being. So if we do dump it open and take out these draws, I will be very much expecting lawns. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm just gonna be waiting for this 2 hour, if it does get reached as we go bullish, to see how we're playing with it, what we were trying to do off of it, but be very cautious about taking an immediate short off of it. But these draws get reached, I'm short. If these draws get reached, I'm long. It's pretty simple for me. On ES, this 4 hour gap is strong. So if we reach that and we see a trade idea to a conditions level time frame, then I'm not going to fade that usually either. But yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys in the trade recap. Peace out.